is up, guys? It's Mel and welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a good day. Okay, so we are going to be reacting to the Resident Evil 4 Remake, the story trailer. I've played a little bit of Resident Evil 4 over the years, but never finished it. I think the closest I got was when the giant statue was chasing you across the bridge. That's the furthest I ever got. Until last year when I decided to play the game fully. That game traumatized me, I think it's because it's not your conventional Resident Evil game. Obviously we were introduced to the La Plagas virus and things like that, but I don't know, I think it was Ashley that did it. She did me in, only because I don't like games where you have to babysit another character. I think that it takes away from the overall experience, and I couldn't really enjoy Resident Evil 4. There was also another guy, but I can't remember his name, the dude with the knife, who was constantly trying to kill you. And the final boss design, even though I was shocked by it, because it was my first time seeing it, it wasn't that great of a boss. And I think it pretty much set up what we ended up seeing in Resident Evil 5, 6, things like that, just in terms of the way the bosses transform. I'd love to know why it's always a giant eyeball. Is it just me? I think it's just me. But yeah, we're going to be reacting to the story trailer. Like I says, I played Resident Evil 4 in full last year, and it was such a different kind of experience. I think because it wasn't like survival horror, and even though it might be labelled as that, the end of the day it was more action based, and you were basically just babysitting that little bitch of the president's daughter in the game. I hated it. But yeah, I'm starting to ramble. Anyway, we're going to jump into this. I don't know, obviously I have seen little snippets because I've done reactions for Resi 4, like the announcement and things like that, and I like what I see. I think with the remake, they are going to go down maybe the true survival horror route, like they've done with the RE2 remake. Not necessarily the RE3 remake. I played the demo for that. I haven't played the full game. I know a lot of people are pissed by Resident Evil 3 remake because it feels more like a DLC than a fully fleshed out game. I don't know why they did that, but I'm going to play. As someone who got to the end of the third game on the PS1 a few years ago, I've never gotten all the way through it, never finished the final boss. But with the remake, I'm going to have to play it before I can give a full review of what I think about it. Because I don't understand why they would make it so short. Because they've obviously had the time to make it bigger, and it just, I think Jill, when it comes to Jill Valentine, I feel like she's an underrated character, very underappreciated. But that's basically, just from my, my perspective. So we're going to jump into the story trailer. Obviously, it's the remake. I don't know what to expect other than, high graphics. Hopefully, it's more geared towards the horror side of things and not action. Obviously, you're using a gun and stuff in the game, so there is going to be some action elements. But I want horror. I want have the shit scared out of me. But yeah, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Mel. I'm a variety streamer and reactor on Twitch, as well as right here on YouTube. Consider subscribing, it's completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Oh, do we get to see Ashley? Okay, well that's different.
You're here looking for someone? Maybe. Some missing señorita?
Ashley, where are you?
Oh, nice.
Your soul requires cleansing.
Ashley Grimm, are you in here?
Just let me go.
Listen. I'm hearing the president's orders and
What is that? What do we do?
The lost lambs are escaping.
we need to go. I'm gonna get you home safe.
You can stop right there.
Ada, who are you? And what are you doing here?
My faithful disciple will show her the path.
Ashley, run!
The entire world shall overflow with his grace.
What's happening to me?
Now, abandon your body.
Leave the girl. She's lost no matter what.
Now that he has chosen death.
You gotta be kidding me.
That is how you do horror. And I'm glad, I hope, like, right, because here's the thing. I know that there's a segment in Resident Evil 4 where you get to play it as Ashley. I hope they do it again, but I hope that she isn't just a centerpiece for the game. You know, I want her to actually fight back, you know, instead of being this weak little bitch. But I also have to say I'm glad that they're actually showing the evolution of what this virus can do. Because, you know, with the PS2 days and GameCube and things like that, there were a lot of restrictions and limitations to what you can do with games like that back then. All the characters look amazing. You know, they look a lot better than before. I'm trying to remember the names, so don't come for me. I'm trying to remember what was his name? It's not Carlos. I can't remember his name. Because Carlos is in Resi 3. Don't come for me. I've not played the fourth one in a while. I will leave his name here somewhere so you guys can see it. So there's him. There's the priest type guy that can, you know, he's split in half, but his spine thingy is keeping him, you know, he's all wobbly and stuff. Obviously they're not going to show. This is what I like about the Resident Evil trailers, you know, because even though we saw Lady Dimitrescu, we didn't see her transform into anything until, you know, you play the game. So I'm glad that they are only showing little snippets. I think it's Salazar. Is that the guy with the hood? Again, I'll probably say yes, that is, or something down below, you know, the joys of editing. But yeah, so there's that, and the game looks gorgeous. It really does, and I'm glad. Hopefully this is fully fleshed out and it isn't another Resident Evil 3 remake situation. Again, a lot of people were bitching because the game was so short. And it was more like a DLC, which again doesn't make any sense, because you think that they would have given that a full, you know, give people a fully fleshed out experience with Resi 3 Remake, because they did it with the second one. It's definitely more intense, because it actually feels like you're trapped with this cult, you know, because with the other ones I was so concerned about protecting Ashley, and one, because, you know, if she dies it's game over, if she's kidnapped it's game over, you know, anything like that. So I'm glad that we're actually getting to see the bigger picture of all of this, and that we're getting to see the evolution of the virus. It's because it's an important thing to, you know, show, especially when it's a Laplagus, because it was the first instance that we had seen it, and it just changed everything for Resident Evil. I'm glad that it's more horror oriented, but I hope that they don't, again, this all banks on Ashley. You know, I mean, you can have Leon, he's going to be great, blah 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 blah, but the balance hangs on Ashley. You know, because if she's just going to be a centerpiece and you spend the entire game running after her, or, you know, trying to protect her, or, you know, all of this stuff, then it takes away from the overall experience of the game. I could be wrong. People might, you know, enjoy doing the escorting crap. I don't. I feel like it takes away from the main experience. You know, you can't enjoy yourself while you're trying to save her ass. So hopefully, and I like Ada Wong. I like Ada's new look. It looks amazing. And I can't wait to see more. I think this will be the only trailer that we'll get, and then maybe we'll get one little snippet in February. Or maybe at the Game Awards, maybe they'll show something then, or maybe they'll do another Capcom event. But it looks great. It does look fantastic. Ashley looks really good. So does Leon, Ada. And I like that it's, you know, the island, because the island before, like where you were at in Resident Evil 4, you know, back in the PS2 games, everything was very drowned out. You know, there was no real color, you know, color palette and things like that. It was very drained. You know, so I'm glad that they're adding, you know, those darker elements, the nice tones, the, you know, the dark and light and things like that. It's going to be amazing, because this is just like, it's just showing you like the main parts of the first part of the game. It's not showing you what happens when, you know, you get to the other section of the game, which is near the end. So I'm really excited, because there is one enemy, and I will actually leave the clip up here if I can, or linked in the description. It was a short that I did of Resident Evil 4, where you're walking through these tunnels, and then you're trying to escape, and then the shutters come down, and then this giant demon beast scorpion type thing jumps out and tries to murder you. The trolls look the trolls look amazing. So it's going to be pure hell fighting those, because they look creepy as hell. But I'm interested to fight you know, the bigger bosses, especially the little guy. He looks so good in this game that it makes me wonder what his transformation is going to look like in the end, you know, because if you've played Resi 4, his boss fight was very unique. So I'm wondering what they're going to be able to do with the remake. It's going to be different, and it's going to be fun. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Are you excited for Resident Evil 4 remake? There's a lot. I mean, listen, Silent Hill 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, we're getting a second Alan Wake. You know, just the amount of games that are going to be coming out next year is, I mean, I don't think Silent Hill 2 remake's coming out until, is it 2023? We've not got a release date yet, so it could be maybe October, November time next year that we get it, or maybe 2024. But we're Dead Space remake, you know, there's a lot of games that are coming out that are getting remakes. But I'm glad that these games are either going back to their original developers, or they're going to a team that are really passionate about making these games. And that's what you want. You want a developer and a studio that are doing it because they're fans as well, and they're doing it for the fans, you know, because a lot of these developers, well, the very small percentage, do listen to fan feedback. So it's going to be interesting to see where these all go. I'm really excited about Dead Space. But as for Resident Evil 4 Remake, I am going to play it. I'm wondering if it's going to be a PS5 exclusive though, maybe for a year, and then it'll jump on Xbox. You know, but we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I'm stammering a lot. My head is just somewhere else. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments. Let's start a discussion, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Okay, and have a good Friday night, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.